Mr. Chairman, distinguished ministers, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my delegation, I congratulate the chair and the members of this bureau for their appointment and the excellent and transparent handling of the affairs of the session. Please be assured of my delegation's support and cooperation throughout a tenure. Nigeria aligned itself with the statement delivered by the distinguished representative of the State of Palestine on behalf of the G27 and China, and that of my delegation on behalf of the African group. We take note of the Secretary General's report detailing the different components of the International Conference on Population and Development Program of Action at 25 and recognize the importance of the theme of this session as it affords us the opportunity to appraise our performance and hold ourselves accountable for the fulfillment of the commitments made at Cairo in 1994, as well as advanced implementation of Agenda 2030 for sustainable development. Mr. Chair, Nigeria reiterates the importance of UNCPD POA further action to address the unfinished agenda as fundamental for achieving the 2030 Agenda of Sustainable Development. In this regard, we revise our National Policy on Population for Sustainable Development in 2018 to align with the 2030 Agenda. Consequently, we have inaugurated 28 billion naira special health intervention project in 2018 to strengthen health system and advance service delivery, launch the National Social Protection Policy in 2019, and revise our National Reproductive Health Policy to attain universal health coverage in the country. We also launched a robust roadmap for harnessing demographic dividend through investment in youth, as well as a national strategic plan to end child marriage. Furthermore, Nigeria since 2015 has promulgated the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act to protect persons against different forms of violence. To address our reproductive health commodities security, the government has since 2018 increased its annual allocation from $3 million to $4 million. Following the 2018 London Summit on Family Planning, Nigeria evolved a collaborating mechanism with line ministries to implement age-appropriate and culture-sensitive sexual and reproductive health information for adolescents and youth through the family life health education curriculum and youth-friendly services in health facilities and other outlets. Mr. Chair, as you may be aware, Nigeria's estimated population is currently at over 198 million, with an annual growth rate of 3.2%. The total fertility rate remains at 5.5%, 5.5 per woman. 63% of the entire population is under the age of 25. 42% are under the age of 15 years. 50% of the female population are in their reproductive years, while 54.8% of the population constitute the working age. In addition, persons 60 years and over currently represent less than 5% of the entire population, while overall life expectancy is 55.2%. Mr. Chair, Nigeria recently concluded the fieldwork of its National Demography and Health Survey in 2018. While we await the outcome of the survey, early and child marriage still persists. Data available indicates that unintended and unwanted pregnancies are common, as 23% of the adolescent girls aged 15 to 19 years have commenced reproduction, putting women, especially young girls, at a risk of maternal death, which stands at 576 deaths per every 100,000 live births. 61% of the women of the reproductive age who had lived birth within this period received antenatal care from skilled providers. However, only 36% of them had their deliveries in the health facilities, and 38% of the deliveries were attended to by skilled birth assistant. Mr. Chair, from the foregoing, a major challenge we are experiencing is unavoidably of timely information and robust disaggregated data for tracking progress at achieving the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Although NDHS has been conducted regularly with plans to conduct a census during the 2020 round of census, there is the need to build capacity strengths. Our statistical institutions and networks provide infrastructure and modern technology to help us diversify the structure and the timing of data collection in between censuses and NDHS. Some of our critical concerns include addressing the needs of over 63 million adolescents and young people aged 10 to 24 years, half of whom are girls, to gain access to comprehensive sexual and reproductive health information and age-appropriate services, address the contraceptive needs of 14 How is the other page? Of 14 million internally displaced persons affected by increasing insecurity, as well as the need of over 13.2 million out-of-school children, including school dropouts due to unintended pregnancies. Mr. Chairman, in conclusion, Nigeria believes in the essence of the UNCPD POA as enabler of implementation of the 2030 Agenda and the processes of achieving the SDGs. Nigeria remains committed to its aspirations and endorses the outcome of the review at 25. We solicit partnership and collaboration with international development agencies to conduct a successful national census, as well as reap the benefit of our demographic dividend. I thank you very much.